Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're going to explore one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. You might think it's just a simple penny, but wait until you hear the full story. We're talking about the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, a coin that has not only captured the attention of collectors worldwide but has also fetched a jaw-dropping price of $42,876 in the current coin market. So if you have a jar full of old pennies or a dusty coin album passed down from your grandparents, this video might just help you discover a fortune. Stick around as we walk through the rich history, design, minting anomalies, collector demand, grading secrets, and finally, how a coin like this could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today. Origins of the 1973 Lincoln cent. To understand the true value of the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, we must first understand its background. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, first issued to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features the iconic profile of President Lincoln on the obverse, or front side. This design marked a historic shift in American coinage, being the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of symbolic imagery. By 1973, the Lincoln cent had already undergone a few subtle changes, but the primary design remained the same. The obverse featured Abraham Lincoln's profile facing right, the word Liberty to the left of his image, and the date 1973 to the right. The reverse side continued to showcase the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959, with the words, United States of America, across the top, 1 cent, at the bottom, and the motto, E pluribus unum, in between. This coin was struck in copper and zinc composition, featuring 95% copper and 5% zinc, making it relatively heavy compared to modern pennies. Each cent weighed about 3.11 grams and measured 19 millimeters in diameter. Where is the mint mark and why does it matter? Now let's talk about that all-important detail, the mint mark. In 1973, U.S. pennies were minted at several locations, primarily the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Normally, coins struck in Denver bear a D mint mark, those struck in San Francisco bear an S, while coins from Philadelphia typically do not have a mint mark. That's right, a missing mint mark does not always mean an error. However, here's where things get exciting. Most 1973 pennies without a mint mark are common, having been struck at the Philadelphia Mint in enormous quantities, over 3.7 billion to be exact. So why would any 1973 no mint mark Lincoln cent be worth over $42,000? The answer lies in variety, condition, and rarity. There are a handful of 1973 no-mint mark pennies that possess unique traits: extremely sharp strikes, double die errors, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws that elevate their desirability among collectors. Combine that with an exceptionally high grade, and you've got a coin that can soar in value. The high-value coin. What makes it worth $42,876 in recent years? One such coin graded by a top-tier professional grading service shocked the numismatic world when it sold for $42,876. So what made that specific 1973 no-mint mark penny so valuable? First, its grade was MS67 red, which means it was in mint state condition with full red color and absolutely no signs of wear. Grading plays a critical role in determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, and anything over MS65 is considered gem quality. Next, the coin exhibited near-perfect luster, sharp strike detail, and no contact marks, which are extremely rare for a coin that has been out of circulation for over 50 years. It was likely stored right after minting, preserved in a climate-controlled collection, or discovered in an untouched bankroll. Collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums for high-grade examples of even common-date coins if the condition is pristine enough. Add to that a possible double die or rare error variation, and the price skyrockets. It's worth noting that only a few 1973 Lincoln cents have ever achieved this level of perfection and desirability. So finding one is like winning the lottery for coin collectors. How to check your 1973 PNNY? You might be asking yourself, how can I check if I have one of these rare coins? First, grab a magnifying glass and a good light source. Look at the date. Make sure it's clearly 1973. Then check for any mint mark. If there's no mint mark under the date, that means your coin was struck in Philadelphia. Now inspect for errors or unique characteristics. Look at Lincoln's face and the lettering for doubling. Flip the coin over and examine the Lincoln Memorial and inscriptions like E pluribus unum. You're looking for doubling, die cracks, or any abnormalities. Then, check the coin's surface. Is the coin bright red in color, free of scratches, and looks freshly minted? If so, you might have a high-grade specimen. To be sure, consider sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will authenticate the coin, grade it, and encase it in a tamper-proof slab. This greatly increases the value and credibility of your coin when you decide to sell it. Coin market demand and selling tips. The current coin market is booming, especially for rare and high-grade coins. With gold and silver prices climbing and collectors investing in physical assets, coins like the 1973 no mint mark penny are in high demand. If you own a potential treasure, here are a few tips on selling it. First, get the coin graded and authenticated. Buyers pay more for professionally certified coins. Then, list the coin on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections. Make sure to include clear, high-resolution images and details about the grade and certification number. You can also take it to a coin show or trusted local coin dealer, but be cautious and know the true value before accepting any offers. Don't rush. Rare coins increase in value over time, and waiting for the right buyer could mean a bigger payday. In the end, the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just a small copper coin. It's a piece of American history that could turn into a life-changing discovery for someone lucky enough to find a rare high-grade example. So take a moment to check your change, revisit those old coin jars, and inspect those forgotten collections. You never know, you might just be holding on to a penny worth $42.876. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1973 penny or any other rare coin. Until next time, keep searching and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Today, we bring you the fascinating and money-making story of one of the most overlooked yet highly prized coins in the world of numismatics, the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You heard that right. A small copper coin minted decades ago, often passed through countless hands, is now valued by collectors at an astonishing market price of up to $69,993. But what makes this coin so valuable? Why does it command such a high price? What is the story behind it? Sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive into the rich history, striking features, and explosive value of the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny. History of the 1974 penny. To understand the significance of the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny, we must first look back to the origins of the Lincoln cent itself. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this cent was revolutionary for being the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of symbolic imagery. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse bore the striking profile of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse initially featured 2 wheat stalks encircling the denomination and the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. Over the years, the penny underwent design changes. In 1959, to mark the sesquicentennial of Lincoln's birth and the 50th anniversary of the penny, the reverse was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial. By the time 1974 rolled around, the penny still featured the original obverse portrait of Lincoln but retained the more modern Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design created by Frank Gasparo. The 1974 Lincoln penny was produced in large numbers. Over 4 billion pennies were struck that year across various U.S. mints. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not include a mint mark at the time, produced more than 4 billion of these coins. That means the 1974 penny without a mint mark is technically from the Philadelphia Mint. However, what makes this coin so unique, rare, and extremely valuable is not simply its origin but rather the combination of its pristine condition, striking errors, and unexpected composition discoveries made over the decades. Why no mint mark? Let's talk about the missing mint mark. The absence of a mint mark on this penny is not an error. The Philadelphia Mint did not include mint marks on their coins until 1980 for the 1-cent denomination. So, a 1974 penny without a mint mark simply indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. While billions were made, only a handful of these have stood the test of time in near-perfect condition. Others have gained value due to rare minting errors or unusual materials used in experimental strikes. But in 1974, something unusual happened. The U.S. Mint began testing alternative metals for pennies due to the rising cost of copper. The Mint created experimental coins using aluminum instead of the traditional copper alloy. Around 1.5 million 1974 aluminum pennies were struck in Philadelphia for testing and sent to various government officials for evaluation. These coins were never officially released to the public and were ordered to be destroyed. However, a few escaped destruction and have since become some of the rarest and most controversial coins in American history. While the aluminum version carries its own legendary status, even standard copper 1974 pennies have skyrocketed in value due to their condition and unique minting errors. Rare error typs. The most valuable 1974 no mint mark Lincoln pennies are those with rare minting errors that increase their desirability to collectors. Some examples of these errors include double die obverse, where the image of Lincoln or the lettering appears doubled, often seen in the word Liberty or the motto, "In God We Trust." There are also off-center strikes, where the image on the coin is misaligned, and die cracks or die breaks, where damage to the minting die leaves unusual marks on the coin's surface. Another valuable variant is the bubbled or blistered coin, which shows raised imperfections due to planchet flaws. Additionally, any coin with strong luster, a sharp strike, and minimal wear becomes incredibly attractive to collectors. Coins that have been preserved in mint state condition, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, are extremely rare and can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. One such 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny sold for a jaw-dropping $69,993, proving that even ordinary-looking coins can have extraordinary value when they meet the right conditions. Market value and collector interest. So how does a coin that cost 1 cent to make in 1974 end up worth nearly $70,000 today? The answer lies in supply, demand, and rarity. Coin collectors, known as numismatists, are constantly on the lookout for unique and high-grade examples of common coins. The 1974 penny is common in circulation, but the truly rare examples are those that are flawless, have unusual errors, or have been carefully preserved over the decades. These coins are extremely limited in number and are often fought over at auctions. Market trends also play a role. As awareness about valuable coins increases thanks to YouTube channels, TV shows, and coin grading communities, more people begin searching their change jars, hoping to find a small fortune in their pockets. This drives up the demand for verified rare coins, and prices climb. Coins with verified minting anomalies, especially those authenticated and graded at MS-67 or MS-68, can see explosive price tags. The 1974 no mint mark penny in this elite condition reached the record price of $69,993 because it combined exceptional preservation, historical significance, and collector excitement. What to look for now? You're probably wondering, do I have one of these valuable 1974 no mint mark Lincoln pennies? Here's what to look for. First, flip the coin and check the date. If it says 1974 and has no mint mark below the date, that means it came from the Philadelphia Mint. Next, inspect the condition. If it looks worn, scratched, or damaged, it is likely only worth face value. However, if the coin appears glossy, has no visible wear, and sharp details, it might be in mint state. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the lettering or unusual marks. A professional coin dealer or grading service can give you an accurate assessment. If your penny appears uncirculated, especially if it has no fingerprints, discoloration, or scratches, it may be worth getting graded. Coins that receive an MS66, MS67, or higher grade have been known to fetch thousands at auctions. Combine that with any possible error like a die crack, lamination error, or double strike, and your 1-cent coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a shining example of how history, rarity, and condition can transform a coin into a prized and valuable treasure. It reminds us that hidden in our everyday pocket change might be the next six-figure discovery. While the majority of 1974 pennies are still circulating and worth only a cent, a rare few have reached astonishing values, with one example selling for $69, $9.93. So the next time you see a penny lying on the ground or stuck in the bottom of a drawer, take a second look. That small coin might carry a story that's been waiting to be told and a value that's been waiting to be discovered. And who knows, you might just be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. If you found this video helpful, informative, or inspiring, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin insights, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! In the vast world of coin collecting, some coins gain legendary status not for their shine or weight, but for the mystery and rarity hidden within their tiny frames. One such treasure is the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, this coin might seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change. But once we dig deep into its history, design, composition changes, minting errors, and collector demand, it becomes clear why this specific 1982 Lincoln penny has captured the attention of numismatists and investors alike. In fact, this coin is so rare and sought after that one recently fetched a staggering price of $78,904 on the collector's market. Yes, a single penny, less than an inch in diameter, sold for almost $80,000. But why? What makes this coin so special? Why are collectors willing to pay such an unbelievable amount for a 1-cent coin minted in 1982? Let's take you on a detailed journey through time, coin production, and collector passion to uncover the real story of the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Background and transition year of 1982. The year 1982 was a pivotal one for the United States Mint and for coin collectors. Up until that point, pennies had been made primarily from a bronze composition consisting of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But rising metal prices had caused the cost of producing a single penny to exceed its face value. It was simply becoming too expensive for the U.S. Mint to keep making pennies from nearly pure copper. So, in mid-1982, the Mint made a major change, transitioning from copper-based pennies to ones made primarily of zinc with just a thin copper plating. This switch wasn't immediate or uniform across all Mint facilities. During this transitional year, both compositions were being minted, copper and zinc. This led to the existence of 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent. These include coins with both large and small dates, coins made of copper and coins made of zinc, and coins from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, the most fascinating variety of all is the 1982 no-mint mark zinc small date Lincoln cent, the no-mint mark MYSTRY. Now, it's important to know that coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally do not bear a mint mark. So, a 1982 penny without a mint mark could have easily come from the Philadelphia Mint. However, what makes the 1982 no-mint mark zinc small date penny special isn't just the absence of the mint mark, it's the combination of that absence with the small date style and zinc composition. Most of the 1982 no-mint mark small date cents are made of copper, and most zinc versions are large date. But a true 1982 no-mint mark zinc small date combination is exceptionally rare. It is one of the few transitional varieties that slipped through quality control unnoticed at the time and went into general circulation. Collectors would not discover this rare configuration until many years later. How to identify this rare coin? So how can you tell if you might have this coin in your possession? First, you need to weigh the penny. Copper pennies from 1982 weigh approximately 3.11 grams, while the newer zinc versions weigh just 2.5 grams. You'll need a precise digital scale that can measure grams accurately. If your 1982 no-mint mark penny weighs around 2.5 grams, then it's made of zinc. That's the first step. Next, you'll need to examine the style of the date. The small date and large date designations refer to subtle differences in the size and positioning of the numbers in the date, especially the number 2. On a small date 1982 penny, the number 2 curls upward and is more level with the other digits. On the large date version, the 2 has a downward slope and appears bigger overall. Using a magnifying glass or a coin microscope will help you identify this. If your coin has no mint mark, is a small date, and weighs approximately 2.5 grams, then you may have one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever minted. A 1982 no mint mark zinc small date Lincoln cent record-breaking sale and current market value. Now let's talk about the incredible value of this coin. In recent years, a pristine, certified example of the 1982 no mint mark zinc small date penny sold at auction for an astonishing $78,904. That's not a typographical error. Nearly $80,000 for a single penny. What justified such a sky-high price? The coin was graded mint state 68 by a professional grading service, which means it was in virtually flawless condition with a sharp strike, full luster, and no noticeable marks or imperfections. The combination of its grade, its scarcity, and growing demand among collectors helped drive the price to record-breaking levels. Even coins in slightly lower grades, such as mint state 65 or 66, can fetch thousands of dollars. Circulated examples, if verified to be genuine and in decent condition, can still sell for hundreds or even thousands. The market remains strong, and values continue to rise as more collectors seek to complete their 1982 penny variety sets. Collector interest in future potential. The discovery of the 1982 no mint mark zinc small date penny reinvigorated interest in transitional era coins and sparked a new wave of collectors looking through their jars of pennies, bank rolls, and old boxes in search of hidden treasure. The coin represents a perfect storm of rarity, history, and mystery, making it a dream find for numismatists. Given its high auction results and limited known examples, the value of this coin may continue to climb in the future. As more people become aware of its existence and rarity, the demand may surpass the limited supply, pushing its market value even higher. Coin experts and major grading services recommend anyone with a 1982 penny that appears to match this description to get it authenticated and graded professionally. A tiny coin could become a life-changing discovery. In conclusion, the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny with the small date and zinc composition is more than just a rare variety. It's a symbol of transition in U.S. coinage history. It teaches us that sometimes, the smallest changes in design or metal can lead to the most extraordinary finds. And while many might overlook pennies as insignificant, collectors know that within these little copper-plated coins lies the potential for history, mystery, and even great fortune. So next time you come across a jar of pennies or receive change from a store, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. Weigh your coins. Examine the dates. You just might stumble upon a piece of American numismatic history worth more than a brand new luxury car. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a valuable discovery. Share this with fellow collectors and let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Stay curious, stay collecting, and we'll see you in the next video. In the vast and captivating world of rare coins, there are some treasures hiding right in plain sight. One such treasure is the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny, a coin so ordinary to the untrained eye, yet so extraordinary in value that it can command a jaw-dropping price of $57,783 in the current collector's market. That's right, a single penny, seemingly like millions of others, has stunned numismatists and coin collectors alike with its remarkable value. But why is this coin worth so much? What is its origin? How did it go from being simple pocket change to a collector's dream? In this video, we will journey back through time to uncover the fascinating history of the 1996 Lincoln penny, learn the truth about its missing mint mark, and explore how and why certain specimens of this penny are now worth tens of thousands of dollars. Whether you are a passionate coin collector, a curious viewer, or someone who just found a 1996 penny in your jar of change, this story is going to open your eyes to the hidden world of coin collecting. Let's dive deep into the mystery and majesty of the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. The origins of the 1996 Lincoln PN and why the Lincoln penny has a proud and powerful legacy in American history. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln cent became the first United States coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic image. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most beloved coins in circulation. Fast forward to 1996, and the Lincoln cent was still going strong. Produced in copper-plated zinc with a weight of 2.5 grams, the penny featured the iconic right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse featured the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in use since 1959 in celebration of Lincoln's 150th birthday. In 1996, the United States Mint struck pennies in two main facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Denver bore the letter D mint mark, while coins from the Philadelphia Mint typically bore no mint mark at all. But what makes the 1996 no mint mark penny different from the rest? The answer lies not just in the mint mark itself, but in the details that accompany its production, rarity, and condition. The missing mint mark, what it really means when we talk about the 1996 no mint mark penny. It's important to understand what no mint mark actually signifies. Unlike other years where a missing mint mark might indicate an error or an unusual strike, 1996 Lincoln cents minted in Philadelphia were officially produced without a mint mark, as was standard practice. However, the real intrigue begins when collectors discover 1996 pennies that are not only missing the mint mark but also feature unique characteristics, such as striking errors, double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, or extraordinarily high-quality preservation. These combinations of rarity, condition, and collector demand have turned what should be an ordinary 1996 penny into a potential gold mine. Certain era coins or uncirculated examples with extremely high grades have fetched remarkable prices at auctions, some climbing as high as $57,783 due to their pristine condition and unusual minting features. Why this penny is worth $57,783 now. Let's explore why a single 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny can be worth up to $57,783. The key lies in four main factors: rarity, error, grade, and demand. First is rarity. Although millions of these coins were minted, only a handful have been found in immaculate condition, coins that have never been circulated, touched, or damaged. These pristine specimens are extremely rare. Second is error. Some 1996 pennies were struck with minting errors that make them one of a kind. For example, coins with a double die error, where the design appears to be doubled, are highly sought after. Others include off-center strikes or die cracks that add uniqueness and therefore increase value dramatically. Third is the grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Company. A coin graded MS-70, meaning mint state and perfect, is nearly flawless and can attract enormous value from serious collectors. A 1996 penny with a high grade, such as MS-68 or above, combined with a unique error or untouched luster, can command tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Fourth is demand. The numismatic market is constantly evolving. Rare pennies with historic significance or oddities can skyrocket in price if collectors are hunting them. Limited supply and rising interest can push values into unbelievable territory, as has happened with certain 1996 pennies. A coin recently sold at auction for an astounding $57,783 because it checked all of these boxes. It was an uncirculated, pristine 1996 no mint mark penny, struck with a unique die error and preserved in perfect mint state condition. Its sale left many collectors amazed and reignited the search for more hidden gems from everyday change. How to identify a valuable 1996 penny? So how can you tell if your 1996 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of these rare treasures? Start by looking at its condition. Is the coin shiny, uncirculated, and free of scratches or blemishes? If so, it may already be of interest to collectors. Next, examine the coin under magnification for any errors. Look closely at Lincoln's eyes, ears, the word Liberty, and the date. If you see any signs of doubling, distortion, or misalignment, your coin could be an error variety worth far more than face value. Also, check the strike quality. Strong details in Lincoln's hair, the lines of the memorial on the reverse, and the sharpness of the lettering all add to the coin's appeal. If your coin appears promising, consider having it graded by a professional grading service. The small investment in professional authentication and grading can yield huge rewards if the coin is truly exceptional. The story of the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures in life are the ones hiding in plain sight. A simple penny, easily overlooked, can hold immense value for those who know what to look for. So the next time you're going through spare change, take a closer look. That small copper coin from 1996 might just be your ticket to something big. With the current market value soaring up to $57,783 for the right specimen, the 1996 penny proves that history, rarity, and curiosity still rule the world of coin collecting. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the incredible world of numismatics. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a unique penny or have questions about coins in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin discovery be worth a fortune. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the rarest, most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Today's spotlight falls on a coin that might be sitting in your pocket change or coin jar without you even realizing it: the 1987 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. That's right, a coin that many would pass over as just another ordinary penny could actually be worth an astonishing $32,983 in today's collector market. But why is this penny so special? What makes a small copper-plated zinc coin from the late 1980s suddenly skyrocket in value? Stay tuned because we're going to dive deep into its history, mintage, rare error varieties, and how you could be holding on to one of the most underrated treasures in U.S. coinage history. The history of the 1987 Lincoln CNT. To understand the true significance of the 1987 mint mark Lincoln penny, we first have to explore the broader history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first American coin to bear the image of a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original penny featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. This classic wheat design was used from 1909 until 1958. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to display the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and this design continued until 2008. The penny we're discussing today, the 1987 Lincoln cent, belongs to this era, the Memorial reverse period. By 1982, the composition of the penny had changed from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc coin due to rising copper prices. This new composition carried over into 1987. Most 1987 pennies were struck in large numbers and are considered common, but as you'll soon discover, some rare errors and conditions can make this particular coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. The 1987 D mint mark EXPLAINED. The D mint mark on this coin stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities of the U.S. Mint located in Denver, Colorado. In 1987, the Denver Mint produced over 4.5 billion Lincoln cents, yes, billion with a B, making this a common date coin in the eyes of most collectors. But what many people overlook is that among those billions, a handful of coins were struck with unique errors or survived in perfect condition, making them far more valuable than their face value. The 1980 70 penny can be found with extremely rare die varieties, doubled dies, off-center strikes, or minting flaws that dramatically increase their value. Rare error varieties and why they're so valuable. Let's talk about why certain 1980 70 pennies are worth so much money. When we say this penny is worth up to $32,983, we are referring to coins that have been discovered with extraordinary error features or that have been graded in pristine condition by top-tier grading companies like PCGS or NGC. One of the most sought-after features on this coin is the presence of a double die error. A double die occurs when the coin die itself is engraved with a misaligned duplicate image, causing certain parts of the coin, usually the date, lettering, or Lincoln's features, to appear doubled. A 1980 70 penny with strong doubling on the "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date could command a price in the thousands, depending on its condition. Other valuable error types include off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned during minting and has a portion of the design missing or misplaced. Clipped planchet errors, where the coin appears to have a bite taken out of it. Broad strikes, which occur when a coin is struck without the collar, resulting in a wider and flatter appearance. Wrong planchet errors, where a penny is accidentally struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. Combine any of these errors with high-quality preservation, especially mint state, MS, grades like MS 67 or higher, and the value soars. Top-graded specimens in auction sales. Now let's get into the real numbers. According to auction records and grading reports, the most valuable 1980 70 Lincoln penny sold for a mind-blowing $32,983 at auction. This particular coin was graded MS 67 red by PCGS, meaning it was in almost perfect mint condition with vibrant original color, and no signs of wear. It's incredibly rare to find copper-plated zinc coins from this era in such pristine condition because they tend to oxidize and develop unsightly spots over time. To preserve the beautiful red luster that the coin had when it left the mint over 3 decades ago is almost unheard of, which is why collectors are willing to pay such high premiums. Less perfect but still high-grade specimens in MS 65 and MS 66 have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, especially when paired with unique mint errors. Even circulated examples with obvious but rare errors can bring in hundreds. How to identify a valuable 1980 70 penny? So how can you tell if your 1980 70 Lincoln penny is valuable? First, you'll need a few tools: a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, good lighting, and access to online resources that show examples of known era coins. Start by checking the date and mint mark. Look closely for any doubling on the numbers or letters. Next, examine the overall condition of the coin. Is the surface bright red with no scratches or spots? Is the strike sharp, with clear details in Lincoln's hair and beard? If yes, your coin could qualify for a high mint state grade. Then, check for any oddities, such as the coin being too thick or thin, an unusual rim, off-center designs, or missing parts. Compare your coin to verified examples listed on trusted numismatic websites or auction houses. If your coin shows any of these signs, you should absolutely consider submitting it for professional grading. This will determine its true market value and make it eligible for sale through reputable auction platforms. Where to sell and how to maximize profit. Once you've confirmed that your 1980 70 penny might be valuable, your next step is to find the best way to sell it. While you can try listing it on eBay or coin forums, serious collectors and investors often prefer coins that have been graded by PCGS or NGC. Getting your coin slabbed and certified ensures trust and transparency in the transaction, which can lead to significantly higher offers. You can also consider attending coin shows or reaching out to rare coin dealers who specialize in Lincoln cents. Selling at auction through sites like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections is another excellent option, especially if your coin has a confirmed high grade or rare error. The 1980 70 Lincoln 1-cent penny may not seem like much at first glance, but as you've just learned, it holds a remarkable place in modern coin collecting. Whether it's due to rare mint errors, pristine condition, or simply being one of the few high-grade survivors from a high mintage year, This penny has proven that even modern coins can fetch eye-popping prices. So before you toss your change in a jar or spend that penny at the store, take a second look. You might be holding a coin worth thousands, or in one incredibly lucky case, over $32,000. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more hidden coin treasures that could be waiting for you. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!